the market's been great, right? We all know that, and everything is an investment. And sometimes I don't want people to go crazy that think everything always works, because everything doesn't always work. It just doesn't. I was talking to Bill this morning, and we're talking about so many conflicting ideas about what's going on in the market, because in my email thread this morning, I was talking about how we're about to hit the worst global recession in the history of the planet Earth. And then I also, like 2 down, was talking about the most unbelievable boom coming in the exact same time period. So you've got so many conflicting stories. Who's right? Who knows? Right? We don't have the crystal ball. So are there weird things? We're living in a time we have no clue what's going on. We've never ever had to spend so many billions of dollars to get out of a pandemic. What does that do? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen there. We have people that no longer have to work where they work. I was talking with a guy yesterday who's got a couple houses in Washington, D.C., which historically has been a phenomenal place to have real estate because it's booming with government employees that have 6 salaries and it's all good. Guess what? They're not there anymore. Right? So that shuffles up that micro market. And what trickle down does that have? These guys trying to sell their houses to buy more stuff down here, but now they're not going to get what they thought they were going to get because that area is not as valuable as it is here. And so they can run their whole world here from the waterfront where they used to have to be up in DC, and they're like, screw that, I don't want to be there anymore. So that market takes a hit, this market takes a bump, but where is the fallout? Who knows, right? So that's why we like to put our energy and time into projects that are insulated, right? Like this one here. This one, 12 units, 5 bedrooms. I designed the floor plans for this one. I'm very proud of this one because this hit right when the pandemic was starting when we were designing the floor plans. And originally these were smaller little townhomes similar to what's next door. I said, wait a second, work from home's coming. You got a husband and a wife, maybe you got a couple, you probably got a kid or 2, and then you probably have an office, right? So this is designed so you got the master bedroom, primary bedroom, excuse me, and then you have room for an office for one, room for an office for another, room for kid 1, room for kid 2, or a guest room or a playroom. So you can homestead these as your primary residence, or they're also designed to be a 5-bedroom badass vacation rental with a huge flex room that you can put a couple queen bunks in there. You can do whatever you wanted to do with it, just flexibilities. So that's where you start to look at everything such a micro market as we talk about. I feel super, super, super confident with this one. We just made an enormous investment just yesterday in the town, again, another one, because we have consumer confidence in our micro market. I wouldn't do that in another market, not that another market's not good, but I didn't take the time to really learn and study that market. This is my niche. I love this town more than anything around, right, in the world, and I travel a lot. I just love this town. And the things I don't love about this town, I'm working hard to bring to this town because that's kind of fun. So it's all micro market, and who knows is the answer. But I do know that whatever happens in the economy, people are still going to have to take a vacation, right? And I do know if the economy does take a hiccup, the chances of flying to Europe are slimmer. Going down to South America and cruises are slimmer. Load up the minivan and come down from New Jersey, right? Come down from the rest of the world, Florida. Florida's not going away. Florida's not getting unattractive. So that's why I love the niche of this. So do you, right? I like to do what we do and what we know. And that's why we're really fine-tune really cool projects that I think are going to stand kind of test of times. Who knows what happens? But if we do hit an economic bump, which we may, who knows, we're going to be fine, right? And if we don't, we're going to be even better. So just get a good advisor that can walk you through the pros and the cons and what's the worst case scenario. What do you do if you do get laid off and you don't have income? Can this support itself? Could it not? Should you buy now? Should you not? If you're not comfortable about your career path over the next couple of years, you probably shouldn't be buying anything right now. Right? So those are the type of advice I think you need to know, or maybe get a cousin or a buddy or a few friends together and deleverage a little bit and make it happen, and then you guys can play. So that's the type of advice I think people need right now, because we do not know what's coming. Right? I know what I hope is coming, and what I think is coming is really good stuff. But there could be a black swan somewhere I don't know about, and maybe there is. We'll see. But as of right now, if we stay focused on what makes sense, right? That's it. Now we're doing some other projects you haven't heard about yet, and I'm really taking a lot of time in a pricing scenario to make sure that the prices are insulated. So no matter what happens, when people buy this next project we're going to launch, they're covered, right? That's important to me, because that's what we want. Now we can't sell securities and investments and all that stuff, but just know going in the back end of pricing all these properties, we know what they're going to rent for, or we have a pretty good idea what they're going to rent for. And so we kind of price so that makes sense for the buyers on those ones, because we want them to be clients and customers and friends for life, which is really fun about these projects, as we've got a lot of good friends out of at the end. So anyway, that's a little bit of a rant, but I'm just talking about what's going on market-wise from us and why we're doing what we're doing, while we're doing it, when we're doing it, and flipping a coin. But I don't think so. I think we're pretty stable here. There's a lot of markets I wouldn't touch right now, but this one I would go all in, and we're doing it. So practicing what we're preaching. So there you go. Do with that info what you want. Bye.